Last time on Trusted Renovations, hardwood heaven. Jennifer installed additional flooring in her dining room and refinished the existing hardwoods in her kitchen and hallways. Plus, picky. It's tough to choose paint colors for an entire home, but we checked that off the to-do list. And doing the ducts, we found a lot more than lint in the Trusted Renovation Home's duct system. Today on Trusted Renovations, we get busy in the kitchen, updating Jennifer's wood cabinets with stylish faux finishes. Plus, Superior Pro Exteriors freshens up the paint on the outside of our Trusted Renovations house. And Chimney Solutions walks us through a CHIM-CHIMNEY clean of the rustic stone fireplace, making it safe and ready to use when the nights are cool. If you're looking to renovate your home, we have the research solutions for you.
This is the story of Jennifer and John. It's our story, turning this 1970s brick ranch into a 21st century home. 25 projects, 25 contractors, top companies creating a total renovation. It's shingles to foundation, plumbing to pool. It's a classic and stylish transformation, and you get to see the actual costs. This is Trusted Renovation.
Welcome, everyone, to Trusted Renovations. I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell.
And I'm Gina Townsend.
New countertops, new floors, new appliances. The costs when you remodel your kitchen start adding up fast. But not everything has to be brand new.
Jennifer realized she could keep her cabinets, but give them a whole new look. That's a really smart idea, especially when you have someone like Lizbeth home helping you.
She's more than just an expert at creating faux finishes.
She's a true artist. Lizbeth showed me how she brought some of the French countryside into Jennifer's kitchen here in Atlanta.
So, faux finishing or specialty finishing is something we hear a lot about in home renovation. Typically it's done in the kitchens or the bathroom cabinetries. It's not for the DIYer. I would recommend we use a professional for that. We have a great relationship here with Busy Lizzie Designs. Hi. She's going to show us how to make that kitchen look fantastic.
The most important step when you refinish cabinets is the prep. And we're going to spray a primer on this, and after the primer is done, we're going to spray the final coat.
Okay. So, Lizbeth, we have a prepped panel here, correct? So tell us, what's the next step now?
The next step is to spray the primer on here.
Wow, that's a pretty smooth process. Everything looks so nice.
The sprayer makes it all very smooth.
And that's probably one of the things that a homeowner's probably not going to feel very comfortable using. Would you agree?
Right. It gives you a much nicer surface and finished product if you spray it.
So now what's next?
The next step is to put on the paint. This needs to dry though.
Here's where the artistry comes in. Using a paintbrush, Lizbeth applies a light coating of the brown paint to each door. After brushing it on, she uses a cloth to rub in the color and wipe off the excess paint. Once Lizbeth completes all the cabinet doors, she then takes on the frames. It is a painstaking process to create a consistent finish throughout the entire kitchen. Frame by frame, it takes patience, talent, and good old roll up your sleeves and get dirty hard work.
She sure makes it look easy. If you're inspired to recreate this look yourself, don't go out and buy an airbrushing toolkit just yet.
Yeah, well, later, Lizbeth joins us to share ways to avoid common pitfalls. Also, we'll see another project she's working on at Jennifer's that's taken her to all new heights in the house.
That's great, but first, more painting. Superior Pro Exteriors freshens up the garage and outside trim of the home. Plus, the president of the company will be here to give you advice on how to hire the right painting company for your project. That's next.
Trusted Renovations is sponsored by All Phase Home Services.
I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell. My investigation shows home energy savings begins with All Phase Home Services. From blown-in and spray foam insulation to a solar-blocking radiant barrier, All Phase delivers real solutions to slash your utility bills.
We're committed to providing you energy-saving solutions and great customer service.
I've not only done the research, I actually installed a radiant barrier in my home, and my power bills were cut in half. Start saving today with All Phase Home Services.
Chuck is buried under a mountain of debt. He's considering bankruptcy, but will he qualify? Can he keep his house and car? Will creditors sue him? Will they finally stop garnishing his wages? Luckily, Chuck called Clark in Washington, Georgia's largest bankruptcy filer. They'll handle all his paperwork, counsel him on strategy, and attend all court hearings right by his side. Schedule your free consultation now at CW13.com or call 770-488-9300.
When it comes to who works inside your home, you can call their plumber, or you can call your plumber. You can call their electrician, or you can call your electrician. Because let's face it, you have to be comfortable with who is doing the work for you. And these are your guys.
The most comfortable call you can make, Mr. Rooter and Mr. Electric.
Your car's transmission has 800 pieces. That means there are 800 things that could go wrong. And when something does go wrong,
there's only one place to go, AMCO.
We're the transmission experts with over 50 years experience rebuilding and replacing transmissions. AA, MCO.
I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell with TrustDale.com. Lots of shops claim to deliver. My research shows AMCO is the hands-down choice for transmission repair and total car care. In the last segment, we showed you a trend-worthy finishing technique for surfaces in your home. But right now, we're talking about what you need to know before you hire an exterior painting company. Giving us great advice today is President of Superior Pro Exteriors and longtime TrustDale.com partner, Erwin Weitz. Erwin, thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks for inviting us.
It's our pleasure. So, at some point in time, everyone needs to have their house painted. Right. However, the temptation is so great to hire what I call a chuck in a truck. Right. The problem is they don't know what they're doing and homeowners wind up getting ripped off. So right. What should you ask a potential painting company?
I think there's three main things that I would ask. First of all, how long have you been in business? I think that gives the customer a good indication of how solid that company is, and what kind of, the fact that they would stand behind what they do. Second of all, I would ask them, what kind of insurance do you have? Do you have not only liability insurance, do you have workman's comp insurance? Most of these chuck in the trucks do not have workman's comp insurance. And finally, what I would do is just do some independent research online or on sites like TrustDale.com that have reviews on the painting company.
And the reason it's so important to have workers' comp is because if that contractor gets hurt at your home, you could be liable for his hospital bills.
Right. If the company does not have workman's comp insurance, something happens to anybody on that job site, you could be liable for their bills.
As crazy as that sounds. Yeah. I know some homeowners get sticker shocker when they get a real estimate, but right. Why is it so important to get a real estimate up front?
All estimates, first of all, should be in writing, and the scope of work should be very clearly defined in terms of surface preparation, how many coats of paint, and ultimately, and also what the warranty is going to be on the job.
Yeah, one of the traps is that a contractor will write you an estimate. It doesn't include wood repair, doesn't include the things that he sees, but doesn't want to scare you with the price, and he's going to write that in later. That's a no-no.
That's a no-no. Look, we've seen many of our competition's quotes where they quote one coat of paint on a color change, and where we know very well that one coat is just not going to cover.
I think we've all seen that electric blue house on the block, or maybe that bubblegum pink house. Right. Kind of looks like these people are doing it themselves, a DIY project. But right. What goes into consulting on a color?
Well, first of all, if you're in an area where you have a homeowners association, you have to adhere to their guidelines, and usually they have some color restrictions. However, having said that, a lot of people have trouble with color. Some people are colorblind and just don't have the ability. What we offer as a company, we offer free color consults for people who are wanting to change the color and just don't have that savoir-faire, if you want to call it.
Yeah, that's me. And so thank you for joining us on Jennifer's Trusted Renovations project. Right. You guys, Jennifer has pretty much a brick home, but you participated and helped. What did you do?
Well, first of all, there were repairs that were already done when we got there, so we prepped those repairs, and that included priming of surfaces that were put up. We checked all the caulking, we did some scraping and priming, and we painted all the eaves of the home.
So Erwin, when I was a kid, house painting was really hard on the wrist with all the up and down and back and forth motion. Tell me the benefit of using airbrush equipment.
All right, well, first of all, airbrush equipment is not always appropriate, but on wide surfaces such as sidings and eaves, there are tremendous advantages. First of all, when you're brushing wide surfaces with a brush, by the time you put a paint on and drag it 2, 3, or 5 or 6 inches, you're not getting an even finish. You're putting on less and less paint. Air equipment, when you use a proper spray tip with a proper pressure, you will get an even, consistent film, and probably use even 20% more paint than you would than conventionally brushing.
Your name is Superior Pro Exteriors. You do it all. What's the advantage of hiring a company that does it all?
Well, first of all, you don't need a general contractor. We provide complete project management from the time we show up to the time we finish, and that would include, if that includes residing your house or doing repairs or installing windows and then finally finishing with paint and maybe even gutters, and we walk the property with the customer. They know that they're dealing with one company, and should anything go wrong with any of that, we're there to stand behind it.
And how long should that quality paint job last?
Okay, well, in this part of the country, using top-of-the-line paints, which are very important. We don't use any substandard paint. Top-of-the-line paint, depending on the exposures you have, you should expect at least 5 to 7 years out of it.
Beautiful. Erwin Whites of Superior Pro Exteriors. It's always a pleasure to have you with us, Erwin.
Thank you, Dale.
Keep up the great work.
Thanks.
And if you want more information about choosing a painter, you can find it at superiorpro.com. So here's the bottom line. Superior Pro Exteriors' average rate is $4 per linear foot for a painting project. At Jennifer's, they prepped, spot primed, made repairs, and checked the caulking prior to applying the paint with both air spray equipment and traditional techniques. They painted the eaves, breezeway, trim, shutters, the exterior of the garage, and a couple of entrance and exit doors. They used premium Sherwin-Williams paint throughout. The total cost for this painting project is $5,000. The value, priceless.
When the temperature drops, if you're anything like me, there's nothing better than sitting snug and warm by the fire. If that's the case, it's time to clean up your chimney. Coming up, we're going to talk to the experts and show you how they brought Jennifer's chimney up to snuff. Plus, being smart with your remodeling dollars. Busy Lizzie Designs is giving Jennifer's kitchen cabinets a much-needed facelift. Later, we'll talk to the artist behind the designs and show you what else she's working on in the Trusted Renovations home.
I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell with TrustDale.com, and this is my home. Like a lot of people, I used to climb my roof twice a year and clean out my gutters, until the day I nearly fell off. No more close calls for me. So I did what I do. Investigated covered gutter options, compared price, quality, and guarantees, and hired LeafGuard. I could tell you why LeafGuard's one-piece patented system is the best value on the market, but I'd rather show you at LeafGuardResearch.com.
Frugal kitchens and cabinets, life happens here.
Creating the perfect kitchen in just 5 days just got easier with Frugal Kitchens and Cabinets. I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell. Frugal Kitchens is proud to announce the grand opening of its 4th Atlanta location in Atworth. To celebrate, they're offering $2,000 off a complete renovation. Plus, visit your local Frugal showroom for a chance at even more savings.
Frugal kitchens and cabinets, life happens here.
Here's a little secret that can change your life. You can make serious income as a heating, air conditioning, refrigeration tech. But first, you need to get certified. That's why ICT provides nationally recognized certifications as a part of your training. You'll become part of the ICT family that cares about your success, including helping you get a job when you graduate. But you have to take the first step.
My research shows you can succeed with ICT. Call now.
We had a clogged toilet one weekend with a house full of company. We couldn't fix it. So, because TrustDale.com does real research, we went with their recommendation. It was Superior Plumbing.
I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell. I could tell you how great Superior Plumbing performs, but guess what? Their competitors say they're great too, whether it's true or not. I've done real research, and you can see it, plus how they solved Kim's problem at SuperiorPlumbingResearch.com.
And here with us is Christian LeBlanc with Chimney Solutions. Hey, welcome, Christian.
Hey, thanks, Gina.
So you worked with us on the project house up at Trusted Renovations, and that house had 2 fireplaces. Talk to us a little bit about the differences in the 2 fireplaces that you found and which one we addressed first.
Sure. So the first one was a full masonry chimney, meaning that it was original to the home and it was all brick and mortar.
Pretty big one, too.
Yeah, exactly. The other chimney was more of a faux, fake, prefabricated chimney. So big difference there, but yeah, I guess today we'll talk about the full masonry chimney.
Okay, and that one's the really large one that's in kind of the cathedral room. Exactly. It's a pretty massive back fireplace. Talk to us a little bit about what you did to bring that up to a functional fireplace for the homeowner.
Sure, yeah, the real common for a ranch style home are these basic stone chimneys, and they could be brick, obviously, but she really wanted to capture and keep the look of the stone, so we really focused more on some minimal things for the cosmetic aspect, but on the interior they had a lot going on.
So how did you address that?
Sure. So first off, we inspected the chimney using a video camera system, and we saw that there was plenty of voids and gaps where fire could start and have issues there.
Is that just from the age of the home?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Over time, you know, there's your typical square terracotta flue tiles, and they stack them on top of each other in 2-foot sections, and then they use bricks or stone to build around it, and that's as simple as it is. So basically they had voids in every different direction, and we went in, found the voids, and said, hey, let's fill those gaps with a heat-resistant mortar.
Okay.
And so we used a system called Heat Shield, which goes in and seals those gaps. There's different ways to do it, but she was really wanting to capture the economical side of things instead of doing a stainless steel liner or tearing down the whole chimney and doing a major rebuild. So we were able to use what she had there, pre-existing.
So that's a great economical, budget-friendly way. We had so much going on at this house. We had a lot of renovation, so this is a place where she could save some money but still do the right thing by the fireplace, correct?
Exactly.
Okay.
At Chimney Solutions, we like to offer a kind of a good, better, best approach. So in this instance, it really it ended up being great for her and her needs. So, and at the end of the day, it was, you know, safe and exactly what needed to happen.
Absolutely. So now you were talking to us a little bit about the voids that you guys found in the full masonry chimney. Okay, so how often should a homeowner have this inspected? Because that wasn't safe. Who knows the last time that thing was used, correct?
Sure.
Okay.
And some people say, well, I never use it except for maybe the holidays. But the problem is you know, you basically could run into blockages with bird nests, squirrels nests, that sort of thing.
Is that common, bird nests?
It really is. I mean, obviously, if you have a rain cap and those sort of preventive maintenance factors, you avoid all that. So. But the Chimney Safety Institute of America recommends that you have it done yearly.
Okay.
And if you're burning more than a quarter wood, we recommend doing it a couple times a year even.
Okay.
So, but you know, when you get into the fact of you don't know who had it before you, and a lot of people nowadays are just moving into the homes, or you know, they say they've been there 5 years and they've only used it a few times, but you don't know if the pre-existing homeowner used it every day.
Sure.
So it's just good to have it inspected yearly and maintained. So,
Christian, you guys did a great job for us up there at the Trusted Renovations house. How do people get in touch with you?
Yeah, thank you. Obviously, our website, chimneysolutions.com. You can find us on Trustdale's website. Our basic phone number, 770-255-1300.
Fantastic. If you think chimney cleaning is dancing on the rooftops with a brush, a la Magical Mary Poppins, we're going to give you a dose of reality and show you how it's really done. Watch and listen to Chimney Solutions at work.
Trusted Renovations is sponsored by All Phase Home Services.
I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell. My investigation shows home energy savings begins with All Phase Home Services. From blown-in and spray foam insulation to a solar blocking radiant barrier, All Phase delivers real solutions to slash your utility bills.
We're committed to providing you energy-saving solutions and great customer service.
I've not only done the research, I actually installed a radiant barrier in my home, and my power bills were cut in half. Start saving today with All Phase Home Services. I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell. I've done the research. For professional garage door installation, repair, and service, you can trust National Garage Door. Reliable and convenient, Gwinnett Cobb is now National Garage Door. Same local owners, same great service, serving more people. Ready to upgrade? Come to their Lawrenceville showroom to check out their huge selection of custom metal and wood garage doors. Plus, it's all backed by my Make It Right guarantee. Call National Garage Door today. Whether you're planning that home improvement project or you just want to be a smart consumer, having a sound financial plan is essential to both. To talk about that is Phil Calandra with Calandra Financial Group. Phil, how are you?
Good, Dale.
What is investainment?
Well, investainment is a term that you've coined as we've been on radio for some time now, and it speaks to why the news media, I call the noise media, is trying to hype and sell things to you all the time financially.
When they're selling things to you, they're causing what we call churn. What's churn?
That's the notion that in the financial services industry, the product is being focused and it's being commission driven, or it's being sold over and over again.
Which makes money for the investainment folks.
Right.
What's a better route to
Well,
take?
the better route would be sound financial planning, focus on strategy, and focus on the outcome that you and your family are trying to accomplish in your retirement planning or your financial independence, rather than picking products and trying to follow hot stocks and things of that nature.
You can learn more about Calandra Financial Group at trustdale.com.
My husband and I were falling asleep when we heard a scratching noise in the ceiling above my bed. I knew it was squirrels. So I went on trustdale.com because I know they do real research, and I went with their recommendation. I called Breda.
I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell. I could tell you Breda Pest Management is a rock-solid, family-owned company that delivers, but their competitors claim to be great too, whether it's true or not. The difference is I've done the research, and you can see it and how they solved Marnie's problem at BredaPestResearch.com. I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell. I've done the research. For honest roofing service, you can trust ARAC Roof It Forward. Customers not only get an excellent roof that exceeds industry standards, but with the Roof It Forward program, ARAC donates a portion of every dollar earned to help fight childhood cancer.
They did our roof, our gutters, they did a new dormer on the front of the house, and we had a wonderful experience, and I would definitely recommend them to my neighbors and friends.
Roof It Forward today. Welcome back, everyone, to Trusted Renovations.
Your kitchen might be due for a makeover, but that doesn't mean you have to do everything new.
That's right, Gina. One idea is to keep your old kitchen cabinets, and we want you to meet someone who can make magic with them.
Lizbeth Holm with Busy Lizzie Designs. Your work is absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you, Gina. I appreciate that.
So, Lizbeth, you grew up painting.
I did.
But this takes an eye. People might be tempted to try to do this as a do-it-yourself project. Why should they bring in a pro?
Well, usually the end result will be a better quality, a nicer product. You have to know a lot about paint and a lot about the process in order to do it yourself, but it is possible.
Now, how much can a homeowner expect to pay to have their kitchens fauxed or painted? Mm-hmm.
Well, it depends on the size and the shape that the cabinets are in, how much prep is involved.
What type of construction of the cabinets?
Yes, and also what kind of finish that they want. We do everything from painted white cabinets. We do any kind of antiquing glazing. We can make white cabinets look like wood, which of course would be a more involved process.
So, Lizbeth, how much can a homeowner, what is the value of your process?
Well, if you are getting new cabinets, you're looking at between $30,000 to $50,000.
Okay.
To have them painted or faux finished, you're looking at between $2,000 and $5,000.
That's huge.
It's a very big difference.
Now, that's not the only thing you did in the house for us. Tell us about the beams. Those are beautiful.
Yes, the beams are a very interesting architectural detail in this living room. So I was able to do a faux finish on the beams to mimic the wood color on the fireplace mantle.
And it really brings the room together.
It really does.
It's impressive, and it's a great way to save money and give your home a really unique look. Thanks so much for joining us, Elizabeth.
Thank you, my pleasure.
And if you'd like to learn more about faux finishing, just visit buzzylizzy.biz. Now, let's find out what Jennifer has to say about her cabinets.
So when Gina came to me and we were discussing the kitchen, I knew straight away I did not want new cabinetry. The cabinets were so great and they were old and sturdy, and I knew I wanted them painted. There was not a shadow of a doubt in my mind. The reason being, I had old cabinets in my old home and I loved them. It may have been a comfort thing, I don't know, but I knew exactly what I wanted, and I loved these cabinets better than the ones in my old home because these ones had character, so I knew the faux finish was going to look tremendous and all the brown was going to go into the grooves, so they were going to be fantastic. So I was really no choice. Cabinets had to be painted. Lizbeth, I saw the sample, it's absolutely wonderful. And the beams, my gosh, I never thought it was possible to make beams look like wood. She's already started the beams and I cannot tell that they're not real wood. In fact, I'm not going to tell anybody. You know, when the house is done and completed and people walk in and I do my little tour, they're going to say, oh my gosh, you've got wooden beams up there, and I'm going to do the, yes, aren't they lovely? Came with the house.
So let's wrap up another productive day on Trusted Renovations. Here's what we did. We got busy in the kitchen, updating Jennifer's wood cabinets with stylish and affordable faux finishes. Now she's one step closer to that French provincial kitchen of her dreams. Plus, Superior Pro Exteriors freshened up the paint on the outside of our Trusted Renovations house, bringing out the beauty of the brick and blending in the garage with the rest of the home. And Chimney Solutions walked us through a CHIM-CHIMNEY clean of the rustic stone fireplace, making it safe and ready to use when the nights are cool. Nice job, everyone. Next time on Trusted Renovations, we're heading outdoors. Remember when we took down all those trees in Jennifer's yard? Now we're removing the stumps. Plus, the whole family gets together to dig in the dirt and transform Jennifer and John's garden. And a guest bath is converted to a safe sanctuary for Jennifer's mom when she visits from Australia. I know you're all about the inside of the home, but I'm really excited about next time when we head back outside.
That should be fun.
Yes, it will. I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell.
And I'm Gina Townsend. We're going to see you next time on Trusted Renovations.